Okay. All right, so here we are. Okay. No. So how would you attempt to do this question? Anyone? Matter of fact, before you tell me what's the attempt, I want someone to explain to me what are the real things in the question you can actually see with your eyes or pretend to see with your eyes. What are some of the real things you can actually see with your eyes or pretend to see with your eyes? Anybody? Who's going to go first?
Sir, the money.
Money. Good. Say money. All right. Trisiana, say money to Trisiana. It's a money too? It's Blake?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you can answer them questions too. You it's a money. All right. Anybody can tell what does that see with their eyes? What does it can see with their eyes? So Ramirez, give me one answer. Anybody else? What are the picture? What are the object that you can see with your eyes in this question?
Sir,
Yeah.
it
Yes.
informed that the owner of rate, they inform you that they pay the owner of rate.
Hold on, Tracy. I want you to tell me what you can see with your eyes. One object. So if you were to draw one picture or make up a picture, what would be in your picture? That's what I wanted to
The
tell
40 hours,
So
the
you
40
can
hours, whatever
you
in
see
my
40
picture.
hours yet?
Yes, sir.
Wait, oh, you see 40 hours with your eyes. Tell me, what it look like?
No, but, oh, one we can see naked with my eyes. I can't see that.
Then you tell me say you can't see. So tell me what you can
No,
see.
I think I.
All right, Lexi says she can't see Rhea. You can see Rhea working. Okay. So Lexi says she see Rhea working. Okay. So Rhea is working. Ramirez sends you the money. What do you see, Tracy? Tracy, what do you see? What do you see? Nastasia, what you see? Kimura, what you see? You might be
The month
asking,
where she work it. The month she work it in August.
come again, what I got?
The month that she work it in, that was August. August to pay.
The month that she work it in, you saw that? No man, we're talking B part one, not part two. B part one we're talking.
Sir,
Yes, Kimura, go ahead.
the amount that she make per hour and how many hours she work during the week.
So you can see the amount you make per hour, which is the money. But you can't see the can you see it? Can you actually see to the naked eye?
Where is pay at a rate of $13 per hour.
Tracy, when I reach the working part, I said, that is why you don't follow instructions. You go ahead of the instructions and you make the mistake, and you're going to do it again. There's a reason why I'm doing this exercise with you. Because the people I'm going to the exam and say, oh, the exam hard, the exam hard, the exam hard. Can you not practice a certain ability, a little skill? We're not working out the question. We're not working out the question. Come, what can we see with our naked eyes? We see Rhea working. We see the money she had get the $13.50. What else can we see with our naked eyes that relates to that question like this? Come on. You have to learn to see the life in the question in order to better understand the questions. Because I'm going to go through that with the other questions. We have to use a simpler one with the technique. what can you see with your naked eyes through this question? So I hear the money, I hear the Rhea is working. What else can you see? Nobody can say anything with your naked eye? Right, that means, yeah, then,
Person, people.
answers.
People, sir.
It's the people.
People,
Well,
yes, sir.
all right, so Lexi said Rhea. She said Rhea working. Nobody else in the naked eyes?
The 4 weeks, sir.
You say 4 weeks? No, but we're not doing this question, we're doing this question right here. So this we're doing B part one. We're doing B part one, Tracy. B part one. What can you see with the naked eyes that relates to the other part of the question? We're not thinking too hard, man. We're not thinking too hard, man.
Your time.
Time. But can you see the time with the naked eye, Ramir? What do you actually see?
1 o'clock.
Exactly, a clock. A clock. So I'm not thinking too hard. If you see time, you must see clock with the naked eyes. You must see a clock with the naked eyes. So you never see a clock, Tracy? Kimura never see clock? Kimura,
No, sir.
you never see clock?
No, sir.
You must understand, students, that this thing is real life questions. And I want dedicated question, a real life question based. And if you can't see the life tonight, you have to learn to see the life. That means if you're going to try to understand it, and the reality of the question that you use to understand the question. The reality of the question. Is that clear? That's why students go to exam and get 3 and 4. Because they now practice, they now fully grasp the question. So you see 1 clock. Right? You see a clock. Good night, car, good night. Then it's more, good night. Right? What else can we see? So we see the person working, we see the money, and we see the clock. What else we need? What else we can see with the naked eyes? Somebody else. Kimura, Triciana, Tracy, Nastasia. Come. What else can you see with the naked eye? The week? I don't know if I can see the week with my naked eye. But nice try. What
Product,
can
sir.
is it Ramirez?
The product. What shall I sell?
Well, it's just a product, you know. So I use your imagination now.
Sir, the amount she made per hour?
Yeah, but what's that already? The money. So what's the money already? What's the money? But we need to see something as a naked eye. So it's the clock. What else can we see with the naked eye in the question? It's a girl, of course, Nastasia, but what else can we see with the naked eyes? When you think about the word week, how much you earn that week during a certain week? What physical object comes to your mind when you think about the word week?
On calendar?
Yes, Lexi, on calendar. One calendar. So you look for your calendar. Triciana?
Yes, sir.
You have a calendar in the house there now?
Yes, sir.
Can you go for it for us, please?
Yes, sir. Give me a minute.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So yes, you know, one calendar. And we're not busting a brain for what? Nothing too hard, man. Nothing too hard. Nothing too hard. So you see the money. You see someone female and she at work. And you see how much money she get in her and $13.50. And you see the clock.
Yes, sir. I have the calendar now, sir.
Can you turn the camera a bit and show us the calendar, please? Turn the calendar. Turn on the camera so we can see the calendar. Turn the camera. The camera is on? No. One person to see a calendar. I don't know if they've ever seen a calendar before. So, they don't know. A calendar displays days of the week on it, you know?
Not,
Sir, you have calendar for your computer, sir, there in the bottom right corner.
No, I'm one them see it with their hand.
sir?
Yes. Yes, yeah. Turn it. Oh, you turn it on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Show us the calendar. All right.
Yes.
Let's put it in front of everybody. Let's put the calendar there. All right. So there goes the calendar. So we'll talk about week. There is the calendar, folks. So she probably working from Monday to Friday, 1 week. And she probably work from Sunday to Friday, whatever the work week is. But we know that the work week is normally Monday to Friday. Could you touch Monday for them to see, please?
Yes,
The 10th.
sir.
We're on the 10th. Because the 10th. All right. So you see, you can use a calendar for help if you solve the maths problem. Oh, yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. Because guess what? The only information they haven't shown you, haven't given you, is what? What information they have not given you in this question? Apart from how much you earn. You see, I can use one question to work your brain for you. Yes, man. Your brain is working. Yeah, man. So they have not told you how many hours you work for each day. But for sure, we know that the work week is 5 days. 5 days. So naturally, she work 8 hours per day. But you use the images that you can see in the question to help you to appreciate the maths question. Am I making sense to everybody so far? You can turn it off now, Trisha. Thank you. You can turn on the camera now.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
Thank you. Am I making sense to you that you can try to first see when you get a maths question, don't just jump on it and also try to beat just no. Especially a worded problem. Try to see the images that you can literally see in the question first. Draw a picture of it and you get a better appreciation of it. You feel good feeling about the question. So you can say, oh, we can do this smart. We can do the question, and we can do the question. We know what to do it. Right? I'm just trying to help you. Okay, Anastasia. All right. Now we'll go to the point of now. How would you approach this question? How would you approach solving a question like this? Anybody? How would you approach solving a question like this? How do you approach it?
So I'd multiply the hourly rate by the amount of hours you work.
So you'd multiply the hourly rate by the amount of hours you work. Okay, all right. And what is the hourly rate? What is the hourly rate?
$50.
Good. So students who would have done folder number 1 would have learned about this already, true? No, sorry, I lied. It's a consumer, you know what you say. Sorry. All right. So you have multiply the hourly rate by the number. And you see, if you never did know, you couldn't take your calendar and say, all right, per hour. After the week, she work 40. What that means? You assume say for the day, she work from Monday to Friday. So 5 days. So guess what? I must 8 hours she work for the day. So I'm going to say, how much you work for Monday? So I'm going to add it up 8 times. 8 hours that. How much you work for Tuesday? I'm going to add it up 8 times. So even if you never know nothing about the question, you're going to use a calendar to help you figure out what to do. Them kind of thinking them want to get to. All right? So when you go to the exam, you know, feel bogged down and try to remember things. No. No matter with that. Think your way through. All right. We're going to run past that part. We're going to go to the measurement question. It's what the measurement question for this year was like. It's algebra. So we can find a straight measurement question. So looking for a measurement question. But in fact, okay, the drop off. Here comes the measurement question. Big one. Here comes the measurement question, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, rather. Here comes the measurement question, the big one. All right. Let us see now. Who wants to read this question? Ms. Blake, could you read the question for us, please?
Yes, sir. At a track meet, a cylindrical container fitted with a pipe, as shown in the diagram below, is used to serve water to athletes. The cylindrical container of radius 12 centimeter and height 20 centimeter is completely filled with water, and the pipe fitted at the bottom dispenses water into cone-shaped cups. The cone-shaped cups have a radius of 3 centimeter and a height of 8 centimeter.
Right. Wonderful. Yes, Car, it is a January 22 paper. That's a January 22 paper. Now, what type of question could they have asked us about this? What could they have asked us about this? What could they have asked us about this? What type of question could they have asked us about this? Can you imagine those persons who did this exam? Very good, Lexi. They could have asked us about the volume. Very good. Very good, Lexi. Very good. All right. And if they could ask us about the volume, how would you find the volume? What information do you need to know to find the volume of this one? Ramirez, I want Kimura. Ramirez, I want to help me.
So you're going to have to know the formula.
What would be the formula?
Pi And the radius square times the height.
Exactly. Pi times the radius square times the height. So you'll be able to find the volume of the cylindrical container. Right? Length times height times. No. Where you get height times width from? Hey, no, you get mad. Here you have a cylinder. The volume of a cylinder can't be that. Pi, the radius square times its pi times its height. Lexi, where you get from, Lexi? Lexi, I get mad now. I get mad, Lexi. I get mad. Yeah, really, I get mad, Lexi. I get mad. Now, how would we find the volume of a cone? Well, may I tell you something? Let us go back up to the top first. You don't need to memorize these information. Because the exam would have given you okay, Makeda, I see we're putting the answer. Knowing how to find the formula, find the volume. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. All right. They're not going to do something this time? All right. Seriously? That part they never capture it. The person who send the paper never took the picture. But the formula is normally. See here? You can see the background. See the background. The person never took the picture properly. But guess what? The formula is normally given in the exam. So there's no need to memorize it, the formula, all right? But I was just taking to see if you know it. So I asked him to give me the formula. So you need to know the formula. You know the shape that you're working with, and you look for the formula to find the shape. Now here it is now. They have asked you to calculate the volume, as I mentioned a while ago. So sometimes you can look at the question, look at the whatever is given to you. You can have an idea what they're going to ask you for. So, and with the same time in the exam, there's such a volume I'm going to ask them for. I'm going to write it down, write it up on the paper. So, you know what I'm going to use. Right? You know what radius mean, you put the R equal that. Height mean, you put the measurement for height. You know what pi is, so they'll never tell you what to use pi, so I guess you can make up if you want. You can just use either 22.7 or whichever one of them, right? Now, could somebody read this part for us, part A? Read part A for me. If I can make the question bigger.
Calculate the volume of water in the cylindrical
Or make it
container.
smaller, sir, because the word them look really pixelated and hard to see.
You can see it better now?
No, sir.
You say make it smaller, so that's smaller.
It look worse I know. I'm a TV man, sir.
Oh, well, I don't know my problem. Yeah, see it better now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so the bigger they want, it bigger. You can't blame the TV for me, you know. So, all right. All right. Since I calculate, yeah, read it again for me, please.
Calculate the volume of water in the cylindrical containers in liters. Write your answer to 2 decimal places.
All right. So we have an idea. It's 3 marks. And you are given marks to calculate the volume by itself. You are given marks as 1 mark. Second mark is a conversion mark. And the third mark is the answer in decimal places. That's how the 3 marks come. So now, that you would know. So you have to learn about conversion here, sir. So how do you approach a question, by the way? Tell me how you approach it. Just tell me how to approach it. Step by step. Don't give me the answer. Just tell me how you approach it step by step. I don't want the answer, I just want to know the approach. Step by step.
So you find the volume, which you would get your answer in centimeter, then you convert that from centimeter to liters, and then you put it to 2 decimal places.
Very good. So to find the volume is a formula, of course. Pi r squared times height. And then you convert it using the information given right here. So I just said that you will get the answer in cubic centimeters. And you know, by the way, when you look at this, what calculation would you have to make? What would you do with the answer itself, the volume itself, to convert from cubic centimeters to liter? What would you do? What would you do with the volume in cubic centimeters to convert it to 1 liter? Sorry, to convert it to liters, right?
Divide.
Yeah, go ahead, Ramirez. You do what?
Divide.
Divide by what?
1,000.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. All right, not bad. Now, part B of the question now, and you see, we use the time to look at exam questions and how we approach exam questions. And I'll tell you what you need to do in preparations for next week's class. You know what you need to do, actually. You know what you need to do. We'll have to do assignments. No joke. Read part B for me, please, somebody. Read part B for me, please. Anyone?
Water flows from the cylindrical container along the pipe into the cone-shaped cups at the rate of 7.8 milliliters per second. Calculate the time taken to fill one of the empty cone-shaped cups. Give your answers correct to the nearest second.
Is this question easy to do? Yes or no? Is this question easy to do? Yes or no? Does it look easy?
No, sir.
We say Ramirez? We say no?
No, sir.
Why you say no, Ramirez? Tell me why you say no.
Because we have to go calculate the time it will take to go in at the cylinder, the cone shape cups.
So what do you think you need to know first, though?
The volume of the first
Volume of it?
The first cylinder, sir.
But we know that already. But do we also need to know something else?
The capacity of the cone shape cup.
Exactly. Exactly. And did they give us the formula to do that?
Yes, sir.
No, that's why it's easy, man. Can you get the formula? Anything the examiner give you, they may expect if you use it, or she expect if you use it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So the further they give you the volume or to find the cone, you go back to it. Then give the radius. Then give it the perpendicular height. And you know what pi is. You just drop in the 1/3. It's not difficult. It's easy. Yes, my kid, it's easy, my kid. It is an easy question, my kid. Right? So,
Repeat what you said.
no, I was just saying it's an easy question. Because you could at least find the volume of the cone. You have to find the volume of the cone. But after you find the volume of the cone, what next would you have to do? Let's say if you're thinking, the volume of the cone would be expressed in what unit of measurement?
Centimeter.
Cubic centimeters. But what unit of measurement will you need to work in to find the answer that they're asking for?
Milliliters.
Milliliters. Come on, one. Yes, one. Milliliters. So, milliliters. So therefore, you have to find the volume of the cone. If we do what next? If we do what next?
Convert it into milliliters, sir.
Yes, you straight up. Right? Good. So after you get into milliliters, then no, you can focus on the other part of the question. Is everybody following me? Follow me, Anastasia? Follow me, Kimura? Follow me, Tracy?
Yes, sir.
Follow me, Tristiana? No, yes, no. Don't worry yourself, man. Tristiana, you follow me? Miss Blake? Miss Blake, are you there? Miss Blake gone. All right. Now, you're going to pass your exams, those who have signed up for the exams. You're going to pass your exams. But you're required to follow one simple instructions. Do the assignment every day, every week. And submit them so you can move on. Try pass, test them. This is where the scores are for coming in. The reasoning ability scores them. Measurement. But now go from a grade 4. Not a grade 3 this year. Grade 1 and 2 will go for this year. At least grade 2. At most grade 1. What you have to do, I'm tell you for the students. Do the work on Schoology. So when you come on live worksheets, you can do more work. Because where I'm going now with the live worksheets is to drop the exam questions on live worksheets. And I started that last week. But now a joke. No joking business this week, this year. I want 100%.
Sir, I can see the measurement of the cone shape up again, sir.
Here it is. Right? You have to do what I tell you to do. Maths, you learn maths only by doing, students. You can't learn maths no other way. You learn maths only by doing. If you not do the maths weekly, you have a problem. You have to learn the maths, you have to do the maths, you have to do maths every week. You have to do maths every day. You learn maths by doing maths. There's no other way to learn it. You understand? When it comes to class now, why you think people like Ramirez and Lexia are fire? Because I do them maths. Even though we need more out of Lexia right now. Lexia need to give me more. Don't give up. Well, if I master paper 1, I don't understand your question, Carl. You understand the question?
Scroll on back to the question now, sir.
Yes, man. See there. So there's the water flows from a cylindrical container along the pipe into the cone-shaped cup at a rate of that per second. So every second it covers that. So what calculation you think you'd have to make to find the actual answer? Did I find the volume already? So what calculation would you actually make to find the time it takes to fill up the empty cone?
Sir, we know the answer, you know, sir. We just don't know how to put it together in a proper sentence.
Well, I don't want to give you that. What I want to give me is not really the answer, but the way you can do it. Try, man. If you want to sit in a pattern, no problem. Spanish, no problem. I wouldn't understand.
All right, sir. That's right.
Okay. I wouldn't understand the Spanish part. Though. While One is trying to figure out how you would work it out, and how you all are figuring out how you'd approach it. I like to do an advertisement here. All right, Car is asking, once you master all the topics. Well, of course, once you master all the topics, you will do well, of course, Car. No problem. You will score very well. But mastering the topics don't mean swatting. That means being able to reason things out, using the knowledge that you have. So, Car, would you like to continue being a part of our YouTube program, and you would like to get all the classes on YouTube? Would you like to do that? If yes, we invite you to go to our website and fill out our application form for YouTube so that the lessons can be sent to you via email, because we will not be streaming every Sunday for mathematics. It's only twice or once per month. We'll be streaming publicly, but all the other classes will be streaming privately. So if you're interested, to go to our website and fill out our application form. It's right there now, ready and waiting. All right, anybody know, come up with an idea? How would
Can
we
you scroll up?
scroll up? Means what?
I want to say the time.
The top part,
Yes, sir.
see there? We're trying to figure out the answer.
Yes, sir.
How many the answer more to figure out? So when I work with the answer now, we're trying to figure out the approach. The approach I work with, you know. Once you have the approach, you know, the answer the least. The answer is the least. Is it how to do the questions that we're looking at? How to do the question, not the answer. The answer is the least. How to do the question is important right now. How to do the question, not the answer. How to do it is what is important right now. How to do it. So when I find the value, when I convert it to milliliters, what next would you do? It's the third step now to find the answer. So don't want you to work on the answer. That's not what I asked you for. I want you to tell me the third step, because you have to think about the steps. Yes, don't overthink the question. That's correct. Do not overthink the question. Don't overthink too much. So you now find the volume of the cone.
Sir,
Yes, Ramirez, go ahead.
sir, so you find the volume of the cone, you convert it to milliliters, then you divide it by the 7.8, sir.
Bam, bam! You see one?
Yes, sir.
One is equal to the exam one. You see it? That's it. Bam, bam. How much marks that? 3 marks again? The same 3 marks. Find the volume. Convert it, then divide it. Simple thing. Ramirez, let me tell you. Ramirez, what did I tell you, Ramirez? Yeah, Ramirez, what did I tell you?
Sir, me feel that I'm still not ready, sir.
But me, you know, say ready. It doesn't even continue to do the work. You just need to continue doing the work. Simple thinking. Don't overthink the thing. Visualize it. So all those activities are causing for make the material, build the materials, then bring them to life. It's to set you up for this. So it is working. It is working now. Everything is strategically done, students. I don't just get up and do things. I pray first. and they will just execute. Everything is strategically done. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Everything is strategically done. Just be strategic with it, man. Strategy. Strategy. So you see, because for you to know, you have to know the full volume and the full capacity of the thing. So for every milliliter is 7.8. So for the 2 milliliter, it'll be 2 times that. 3 milliliter, 3 times that. 4 milliliter, 4 times that. But because you know the full milliliter now, you go divide. Because let's call it 8 milliliter. Let's assume this is 8 milliliter. Make it easy for calculation, right? Per second. We're going to do more mental maths. Try to figure it out. You're going to see how it works. Try to figure out how you're going to do it first. You're going to see how it works. But in order to be prepared for the mental maths now, you have to ensure that you're doing the assignments. You can't be prepared to do mental maths if you're not doing the assignments. That is why CDP Lab says, do your assignments before. That is why we say rules, if you apply the rules now, so if you're not submitting an assignment, and to the last day, you accept people in the class who them assignment. No. Otherwise, just go do your assignments. You have to do your work. Right. So if it was say 64 milliliters, and I want to know how long it will take. So I'm going to divide it by 8. Divided by 8. Because guess what? If it's and it's gonna be what? 8 seconds. We're gonna look on it now. For 1 second is 8. For 2 seconds is 16. For 3 seconds is what? 24. For 4 seconds is what? 32. And 32 plus 32 is 64. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So the 1 is very much correct. So 1, they'd have given you a splendid mark for reasoning. You start past the exam already. Most persons will get grade 4 from maths exam because they drop down for reasoning, because they're not reasoning out the question. So you have to learn to reason out the question in order to be in the passing range of the exam. Excellent. Good job. If people don't listen, that's what they feel. Excellent. So I don't want the answers. I don't want the answers. But question 1. Was it a guess you guess that you should divide? Or what compelled you to say that you divide?
Just they keep something there, try different ways till my members somebody for convert the volume into milliliters, and I so come I get for realize I need for realize that the 7.8 was the seconds it took to fill the cup. So I just divide it into the volume and I get how much it would have take, how long it would have take.
Good.
So that's how I get the answer, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, fair enough. Now, let me show you a comparison to this question. It's a principal students. Let me show you a comparison. When you're doing a topic called average speed, right? Measurements. An average speed is equal to distance divided by time, which is the average speed. I will talk about average speed. We talk about per second. Per meters per second. Per meters per second. Is that correct? Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. So if them give you the average speed and the distance of complete journey you run, don't it? Don't it?
Yes, sir.
And so the same is the same principle, you know. The principle not change, the same principle. So the total volume is like the total distance. So in order to get this, you have to divide this by this. I get the time straight up. See that? If you say t times a, I'll give you d. And you want to find t, so you're going to divide d by a. Same thing. Don't worry yourself, student. Don't do me telephone. When you come in a mind thing, you can fire with the brain. The brain may work with tonight. So you have to do my assignments, them to get to this level. All right. Don't talk. Go at the straight grade 1. You don't have to worry about ending of the exam. Do my assignment every week. Next question. Read that part, please. Anybody else? Read that part. You know, joke with the maths exam this year. No joke business. If you're not plan to pass the CXA exam, don't bother come back. If you plan to pass it, do my telephone. Come into class. You don't have to know maths to come to my class. You don't have to be a fast learner to come to my class. We have to be a disciplined person to come to my class. You have to make up your mind you're going to pass the exam to come to my class. You have to make up your mind to work hard if you're going to pass the exam. They come to my class. You don't come to my class if you don't make up your mind to do any of that. Hey, I waste your time, I waste my time. Come prepared to deliver. Try. Because I tell you, I believe in you, you know, with all of you. I believe in all of you. So I tell you from March when you pass mathematics, and I'm very sure about that. But you have to do whatever it is to make it to the promised land, students. You have to do whatever it is to make it to the promised land. All right? We're just still waiting for you to get to work for it. Somebody read part C quickly. Read part C for me, please. Nobody can read part C. Where's our readers? Nastasia, can I read part C for us? Nastasia? Nastasia, go ahead. Not hearing you. Not hearing Nastasia. Let's try. Tracy, can you read part C for us, Tracy?
Determine the number of empty cone-shaped cup in B. So you're in the way.
Let's use the camera and move it. Move the
Okay.
camera.
Sorry. All right. Determine the number of empty cone-shaped cup in B that can be completely filled from the cylinder container.
Very good. How about that? You use a laptop now, Tracy?
No, sir, my phone. I got a new phone.
Oh, no, that's special. Okay. Anastasia, if it's about the maths, I'm glad that you're doing that. Because now you're going to realize the seriousness of getting the job done. All right. You're going to pass the exam. Stop worrying yourself. Just make up your mind that you're going to burn the midnight lamp and get some assignments done. Simple. You know what you need to do. All right. Very good. Determine the number of empty cone-shaped cups in B that can be completely filled from the cylindrical container. That's how much marks? 3 marks. Reasoning this. How would you approach this question?
Sir.
Yes.
So to find the volume of the container,
Mhm.
we already have we already have the calculation for the first cup. So that divide that into the would I convert the volume of the container first into milliliter and then divide the first cup into it. If that makes sense.
I know what you want to say, but visualize it, then say it.
All right. So.
You have it, man. You have it, man. A divide have to take place. You have it, man. But more you say it properly. You know you have it. I'm going to burst one secret tonight. I feel the spirit to burst some secret tonight. Because he has a story to tell. And then you will all be surprised. You might be wondering, why, sir, keeper? You know, yeah. You will know that tonight. I beg you permission, sir.
Yeah, it's okay, sir.
Yes. Now, at what grade level did you leave school on?
Sir, I repeat those 2 times. Drop out of school from in the 8th grade.
All right. Hold on, man, hold on. Now is the right time to make people understand. Wake up and smell the coffee. So we can't wait until when your exam make you understand where this young man is coming from. He dropped out of school at grade 8. Yes, you never did. His testimony is to tell you that if you want something, you work for it. His testimony is to tell you all that if you want something, you're going to work hard for it. You know how much nights one don't go in bed early? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you must try come and want to make sure say I do well on the worksheet. Then move on. I let him stop right there. Another time I tell him more. So it's not about who you are or where you are. It's about what you want in life, what you want out of this. So you can't give me no excuses as to why you can't get the work done. You're talking about a gentleman who dropped out at grade 8. I am happy to always call on his name. Yes, now you understand why now? So some of us have gone further than grade 8. No excuse. Absolutely none. Now you understand why Mr. Burner has been so hard, harsh, difficult? Because we expect better. Excuses must stop tonight. I need my assignments weekly. All right, one, put the sentence together and give us the sentence. Thank you very much, sir. You keep working one. You're going to get what you truly deserve and what you're working hard for. It will come. In your time, it will come. Yeah, I must tell you, you have done excellent so far. Very proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Very proud of you. So now that they know, they'll understand that they need to do far better than they're doing. And what one was trying to say as we close, so tonight is a night for reflection, students. It's a night for reflection. It's a night for reflection because I'm not going to tolerate failure. Not going to tolerate failure. You can work hard. You can be diligent. Wisdom, prepare it yourself. Forsake the idleness and put forward diligence. Hard work. Now, you must understand as we close that this exam is yours to pass. And you're going to pass the exam because you're going to do my assignments now. One call me, one take picture of work and you send it through WhatsApp and say, sir, how many hours am I get that? Say, no, sometimes I say, I want to give him a couple of minutes. And then we jump on the laptop and say, we'll go through the night. When one done, that's my grades on my cup. Just one thing if you work on now, just go back to the measurements and deal with it. Sometimes we research other things and find another way. I don't kill him with that, but now I'm buck up in a little roadblock because use my everyday properly. But he's coming to come. Once him get over the measurement test now, smooth flying, you know? You can tell you that, smooth flying. I'm gonna see the results so far. You're all going to pass this exam. All of you have signed up for it, paid for it, you're going to pass your exam. You're not going to waste your money. As I close, I'll say this to you guys. As I close, one is at the first students that I'm working with like this. I've worked with several other students who were deemed not doing very well in maths. And I give God all the glory because without him, I would not have the power nor the ability to perform this way. But God has used me. Let me talk about my very first client. It reminds me of Ramirez. Brian was in third form. Brian got in 30s in maths, just 30s. Wasn't going over the 30s. A friend of mine told his mother that I don't know where she get the silly idea from, but I'm an excellent teacher. But all right. So I had to make good on my friend's promise to the lady. And of course, we always pray before we start. Because I'll never let God out of the picture. It has to be in it. Because he's the one that gives me the power. Now, when I took him, I said to his mother, he has to do the exam in fourth form. Because I'm not going to teach him for more than a year. And I'd get my little gadgets. This time I never had no video because I got to him face to face. At his house. Charges, his mother paid. Paid me well too. And provided food for me. Picked me up from home and took me to the house and took me back from the house back home. That never cost me nothing than my time, which I was paid for. And I used to give him worksheets. You know, it was working. All I do is just give him some ideas. Like what I'm telling you, See the thing first. See the thing first. And I keep working with him with ideas, strategies, and he keep doing the work, doing the work. And there's one thing with the vex with him both. He never do an assignment. And that one assignment cost him a grade 1 and 2. He passed the exam doing it. It's a grade 3. But it cost him a grade 1 and 2. Cost him a grade 1 and 2. He passed the exam in 3rd form. It's a grade 3. Sorry, 4th form, that is. Because I had him in 3rd form. So we put the exam in 3rd, was do the exam in 4th form. When he went back to Meadowbrook High School, in 5th form, his teacher said, we can do it over back. Mother came back to me again, teach him again. I said, Mommy, no. Let him go and teach him sister. His bigger sister wanted to do the exam. So let him go and teach his sister. I guess she never understood what I meant. Because if he taught his sister, he would have gotten a grade 1 and 2 second time around. Anyway, the exam at 5th form again and passed it again. Same grade though. But guess what? Stop fail maths. Stop fail maths. That's number 1. Now, the other persons would have, some people would have cried and, they're crying. No, so you must cry. Cry, man. And after they don't cry, you start to reflect now. Start following instructions accordingly. You do well. But I'll tell you about another one. Another students. So I normally get the students who are deemed not able to do maths. But I taught them that they didn't want to do maths. Now I have another teacher that got the boss. The accounts teacher for Kimura was one of my students before. The accounts teacher for Kimura was one of my students before. Yes, Kimura. Mrs. You know her last name, that last name, that Indian last name that I have. She came to CDP Labs in, I remember what year it was, but about 4 months before the exam. Did maths and social studies. And she needed those two to matriculate to university. And she had to pass the maths in 4 months. Just like, no, see, you're not late, early still, but you have to do what I'm telling you to do. If you have not started, you have to do it. Make us come together and look at the time schedule as to how you're going to approach finishing the assignments. Never push yourself. She pushed herself. She passed both exams, went to Northern Cabin University. Did very well. So at one point she said to me, she called me first because she used to me now. Ronnie, I taught her to think. And she going to mash up maths at the university. And today she has her master's in marketing. And she's also an accountant. That's why she's teaching at Camora. So don't play my classes. I know Camora went past, but if you're not doubling up your effort, the one going to slip you. And you can't integrate one easily, but you have to put in more effort. Right, Kimura? Right, Kimura?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, I'm quite sure you doing a good job with this so far. Right?
That's what she told you, sir?
Well, I haven't asked her that still. But I hope she is.
Yes,
I look at your workbook there, man. I said you're not doing so bad. I look at your workbook. So where is it?
I understand it more now.
Do you understand it more now?
Yes, sir. I never understand nothing at all. I gotta be honest.
We're gonna be honest. So now you're understanding now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What makes a difference now?
What's the difference?
Hmm.
I think it's because it's me and her alone. So I get more attention.
Okay. All right. But you're feeling her, she's feeling it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, man, don't worry yourself about her. Even she done the job with well done, because she know what I expect. You know? She know what I expect. So, yes. And I tell you about the last university students. Maybe one of these days I'd have to enroll her in the program too. So we're coming from very far, ladies and gentlemen. Very far. We need excellence, as excellence we're about to get this year. Excellence. She's just working for my volunteers to just helping us. She wants to do it. That's what she's giving back to the school. We have another student who was an athlete. I'm just sharing this with you so you understand why I behave the way I behave. You'll understand why I behave the way I behave. Because I know the results are there to get. But I tell you, this is the last person I tell you about. Her name is Dominic Higgins, and you would have seen some live. She and I did some live. Dominic and Camila had a similar experience. Dominic came to us to do maths, English, and HSP. The first round, she got English and maths. My father taught her the English, I taught her the maths and HSP. She couldn't believe she never passed HSP, but she passed the second time around. But anyway, she passed the maths exam at St. James. But in our live that we had, or the chat session we had, she said to me, the maths was different in the university. She meant it was, she meant she did so well. She graduated a 3.5 out of 4 GPA. Taught her to think. I teach her to think. That's all I come to do. Because once my students are thinking, they will never fail an exam. Never fail an exam. That's a secret to pass. Once you're thinking, you can't fail. Must pass. So you have the knowledge, you have the reasonability, execute. Job done. And finally, I have so many of them. But I know that I'll have some testimonies in August. And I will get them. But there are 2 more that I can mention. 2 more. I'll give you these 2 more. They are precious memories. You know? And I want precious memories from this class too. So I'm working so hard. Precious memories I want from you students this year. There are so many. But Kimola. I think some of you know Kimola from HSB class. Kimola's sisters came to us too. Got her 5 subjects. One was mathematics. She didn't pass the first time, but she passed the second time. She did what she had to do. She passed the second time. I know Kimola is a part of the program. So tonight is our reflective night. Those persons who did not do, I'm going to allow you to do over but the rest of the question. Like a higher mark, Lexi. Then I'm going to drop the measurements question on it. I will definitely I'm going to invite you back to class on Tuesday. There is a language class for Nastasia. So again, I don't know, Nastasia, what time is it earliest to reach you, Nastasia? Anastasia, what time is the earliest to reach home? For Tuesday? Anastasia, what time you reach home for Tuesday? For Tuesday, I'm gonna do the measurements class Tuesday. I can run through everything. What time? I didn't hear you. Huh?
About 5 o'clock
5 o'clock?
or 5:15.
Huh?
5 or 5:15.
Okay, so we're gonna have that class 7 o'clock on the dot. So you can jump into your lounge class at 8 p.m. All right? No more than 45 minutes. It's gonna be straight measurements. Let's look at measurements from a different angle. So those who can make it on 7 will do straight measurements class. But tonight is a reflective night for you. I want you to reflect and recognize the need to do your assignments. And the job will be done. You will not fail the exam. You're going to pass your exam. But I'm pushing for grade 1 and 2. All right? That's it from me tonight. And I look forward to see you on Tuesday, where we will run through the measurements. I get my marker, it's my whiteboard here. Someone's going to run through the measurements that persons can run through the worksheets, and I will move it, keep it moving like that. So come look forward. I'm sorry, Tristiana, for tonight, but I have to push them to get some grades. So you know you're pushing them come shortly, right, Tristiana? Right, Tristiana? It's Blake? It's Blake gone. All right. So, sure. So you will do very well. You're going to do very well come May exam time. So we have 4 months. You're going to do your very best in the 4 months. I'm going to push you to the best of your ability to get it. Good job. Good job. And I want Lexi and Juan to keep working together. I'm going to recreate the groups so you can work together in small groups and get your assignments up and running. I think Nastasia and Tracy needs to join Lexi and Juan. Well, I probably put Kimura and Nastasia together. Tracy with Lexi and Juan. So to choose to get each other's number and jump on to Zoom.
Can you repeat that?
Lexi and you and Juan will continue working with you, and Tracy. And we make Nastasia and Kimura work together in a group. And yes. All right. So that's how I'm going to come up now. So every member in the group is responsible for each other to ensure the assignments are common. All right. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Get
sir.
each other's number now in the chat. Collect each other's number now. So I know that I know Lexi has one number, one of Lexi number. So Tracy needs to give them your number. Kimura, give Nastasia your number, please. Don't even work together. All right. All right. When you finish that, let me know so we can end the program. All right. So here's Kimura's number. Nastasia, could you write it down, please? Finish writing it down, Nastasia? So you guys are gonna work together and try to push each other forward, all right? So we can make sure not do the assignment. Cool? All right, so there's one's number. All right. All right, so those are the numbers there. So Nastasia, please to write it down. So there's a WhatsApp group already for Alexi and one and stuff. Xavier, and those Xavier in the class. I don't know what's going on with Xavier. But yes. So Stasia and Kimura will work together. All right. So that's it. That's it for tonight. Tuesday night we'll go again. And I just want to say good night to those persons who supported us on. Oh, Makeda. Makeda, you will join Nastasia's group with Kimura. Makeda, if you're hearing me. Makeda, if you're hearing me, Makeda. Makeda, if you're hearing me.
Excuse me, sir.
No, Kimura, Makeda is going to join your group, all right?
Yes, sir, but so you're going to post that copy of the paper you just showed us?
You will see it in live worksheets.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am. It will be there. Oh, yes, it shall be there. All right. All right, so that's it for tonight. And Makeda I'll pass on the numbers to Makeda. So she will be able to, you guys will, group, the three of you are going to work together. So it's 3-3. Makeda, Kimura, and Nastas are going to work in a group. And then it's going to be Alexi, Tracy, and Ramirez. So 6 of it will be 3 group each. And Tristiana, you join me on Sunday in 5 o'clock. All right, so that's it for tonight.